already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
you're listening to Street TV.
I think it was just too drunk, bro.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, make sure you head on down to Instagram once again and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, apparently some new audio dropped of Tory Lanez speaking to Kelsey right after he allegedly shot Meg the Stallion, in which people are saying that he admitted to shooting Meg due to him apologizing to Kelsey for what quote unquote happened. Now, everyone's in our comments saying things like, oh, what do you got to say about that now? He's apologizing for shooting her, so do you think they're still trying to set him up? You was wrong, the whole 9 yards. Now, to this day, I'ma stand on what I believe, and I still believe Tory ain't shooting no Meg the Stallion, and I don't care what nobody says. From what I've heard with my own two ears and seen with my own two eyes, it's no way Tory Lanez should be incarcerated. From Meg's stories consistently changing to her having a different story than her own defense team, Kelsey also changing her story and pleading the fifth and being granted immunity, to the eyewitness being in the favor of Tory, and the icing on the cake, which is Tory Lanez's fingerprints and DNA not being present on the weapon. Alright, these are the things that if me and you, yeah, you watching this, if we did these things in court, it'll be case dismissed on the spot. You know, these are things that don't go down in the court of law for regular people. However, like I always tell y'all, it seems like these celebrities are given different laws because they're always bending when it comes to these people. But enough of all that. Let's get into this audio. So apparently this is an audio of Tory Lanez speaking to Kelsey after he allegedly shot Meg the Stallion and he was arrested. He's asking her questions like, is Meg okay? Are y'all okay? Which hospital y'all at? He's saying, I was drunk. I'm sorry for what I did. And I can't lie, he kept on apologizing, right? And at first, I ain't gonna lie, it do in a way sound like something. You know, I listened to it and I was like, I can't lie, it sounded a little iffy on Tory's behalf, right? But it still is not enough to charge him with shooting and give him 22 years in the court of law. I'm sorry, you need more than that. This is not enough to charge him with that crime. Now, a lot of people are focusing on the fact that Tory was in fact apologizing over and over, but what people have to take into account is the circumstance. He's locked up, he probably still in shock, not to mention for anybody that's been in a situation where you are in that cell, y'all know that you would damn near say anything to get out or get some type of sympathy. You know, just like the dudes that be locked up for a few years, steady telling their women they're gonna marry them when they come home, and then when they come home, next thing you know, they come home and cheat. You know, so now when it comes to the audio, the most Tory Lanez did was keep apologizing, and he said things like, I never move like that. And to me, I pay attention to key words and things like that, like I never move like that. That says to me like he never would do something corny or act in such a way that's not him. It's not giving me the vibe of him shooting anybody. Instead, it tells me he was acting out of character, and he says the reason he did is because he was drunk. You know, saying that he don't normally move like that, you know, simple. And from the context clues in which he goes into saying that he had a couple shots of liquor as soon as he got to the house, then he proceeds to talk about arguing. It sounds like he's explaining that he was acting out of character for something that occurred at the house. You know, not too much of the incident that happened, you know, that led to Meg being shot. But now let's dissect this audio a little bit, because I want to break it down to y'all why I'm saying what I'm saying so we could be on the same page. Keep in mind, at the end of the day, all of this is for entertainment purposes only. It's my opinion, as we all have them, and you guys could also form your own, right? Now, Tory asked Kelsey which hospital they was at. This is what I want to focus on. Let's talk about this part first. Tory asked Kelsey which hospital they was at, and red flag number one on Kelsey's behalf to me, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. She actually told him what hospital they were at with no problem. And to my knowledge, for someone that just shot your best friend that you're currently at the hospital with, are you really going to sit there on the phone speaking to him in such a calm manner? And then are you really going to tell him which hospital y'all at after he just allegedly shot your best friend? For what? You know, like, come on. First and foremost, the first thing that'll run through a female head is, well, I should protect myself and my friend and not tell him where we are, because who knows what could happen. Right? He could probably call one of his boys to do X, Y, and Z. Who knows? But that's the way you thinking at that point in time. If you just seen someone shoot your best friend, if you know this guy just shot your best friend. And I don't know too many women that's going to sit there and just speak so cordial to a guy who allegedly did what Tory did and then tell him what hospital they're at. I seen women go off on dudes because they cheated on their friend. So let alone shoot a friend, and you just sitting there cordial and listening, and nah, I don't know, man. Now, if y'all remember, we were told that allegedly Tory dragged Kelsey by the hair and forced her and Meg to get in the car, and they all appeared to be so mad at Tory, right? But on that phone call, she didn't sound like someone that was mad at Tory or have been beaten up by Tory neither. She was speaking to him regular. Keep in mind, he's speaking to her like they cool, not mad at each other. He's even giving her orders to call his security and quote, look, he said this: when you get a chance, figure out what you gonna do to get me out this ish. He said, figure out what you gonna do. So if someone just shot your best friend that you're at the hospital with, and the person that shot her is telling you, bail me out, and you just agree like, all right, no problem, I'll do that, and I don't know, man. You just taking orders. You just doing anything he says. That don't make sense to me. Now, yes, he apologized, but like I keep telling y'all, he never said what the apology was for. If he clear cut said, yo, I apologize for doing X, Y, and Z, or I apologize, I should have never did X, Y, and Z, then I can understand. But what y'all got to understand is, in the court of law, you can't just assume what someone is apologizing for. That's not how that works. You have the presumption of being innocent until proven guilty. Keyword proven. Not assumed guilty, but until proven guilty. For all we know, he could just be apologizing for a few things. He could be apologizing for messing with Megan behind Kelsey's back, or he could be apologizing for fighting with Kelsey, or he could be apologizing for flirting with Kylie in Kelsey's face. You remember that? Kylie Jenner, he was flirting with Kylie. He could be apologizing for numerous of things. There's numerous of things it could have been, but you can't assume that he's apologizing for committing a crime. That's not how that works. And in fact, now that I think about it, what happened to Kylie Jenner and Corey Gamble testifying? How come we never got a chance to hear them testify? We was told that Kylie Jenner and Corey Gamble was going to be testifying, and they never did, and we was never told why. Just another thing swept under the rug. Now, here's my question as well, man. If this audio is enough for you guys to say, yep, Tory definitely did it, he's apologizing, he definitely did it, right? Then why isn't Kelsey's immunity or pleading the fifth enough? Why isn't Kelsey's sudden change in her story not enough? Why isn't Megan's sudden change in her multiple of stories not enough? You know? Why isn't the fact that report says she stepped on a piece of glass first and then changed it to bullet fragments not enough? In fact, how her saying she was shot in one foot, then suddenly change it to both of them, not enough? How come her saying she was shot but only having fragments in her foot not enough? Y'all see where I'm going with this. I can go on all day. And it's not about Meg Thee Stallion, because if the shoe was on the other foot, I would be doing the same thing for Meg, because injustice is injustice. It's just not right. And I'm looking at it like this. If they're able to do this to someone like Tory in front of the world to see, then what could they do to regular people like me and you? What could they do to your brother or your father or your cousin, your uncle, auntie, sister, whoever? See, no one cares until things like this hits close to home, and then everyone wants to scream injustice and want to go rally and protest and want everybody to back them up. But you have to have that same energy for everybody in order for these things to stop happening, man. All right. And another thing I want to address, it's not about black men versus black women. That's just the foolish narrative that being put out there to sway people's attention from what's really going on. At the end of the day, it's what's right from what's wrong. It has nothing to do with men versus women, especially black men and women. All right. That's pretty much it, y'all. I ain't got much to say on this. I'm still standing my ground. Like I said, it is what it is. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about the audio. Do y'all think this confirms that Tory Lanez did it? Or are y'all on the fence about it? Alright, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.